Well, good morning guys. I have something of a rare treat for you, and I tried to make a little bit shorter video this time because we're at somebody's personal house. But I thought everybody might enjoy seeing another rare Veranda 300 from Country Coach. Now, I've been contracted by a potential buyer for this 2009 Veranda to take a look at it and give an assessment on it. And so I'm just going to bring you guys along with me. And of course, these claims to fame is that they have instead of having 4 slide outs, it has 3 slide outs and a patio. As much as I want to show you guys this patio, let's get on the roof. We'll take a look at the roof real fast. The history of this coach, I did talk to the current owner about, and they drove all the way to Florida to pick it up and bring it to Arizona. That's how much they loved it. Now, the Veranda is something of a rarity, and I've seen 5 different ones now, and I don't think they've made that many of them. And I think at least 2 of them have been converted back to 4 slide outs. So that's why I wanted to share this one with you guys. Now, of course, this is a Country Coach, so it has a gel coat, fiberglass molded, one-piece roof on it, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And from what I see, looks like previous owners have been kind of keeping up on it. It does look like new sealant. There's a Dicor lap sealant or acrylic, a little bit loose right there. Could use a screw, touch up a sealant. I'll touch up a sealant there. Now, this is not a seamless roof because where the front and rear caps meet, they do have a seam on the top. This is a gel coat fiberglass molded rear cap. It looks like it's got some, I would almost call it like hose damage. I don't know. It does have some damage there. The lenses on the clearance lights are cracked. They replaced that one. These are all out of sun damage on it. And the paint has a lot of sun damage on it too. Not that surprising. But this should be, because of the skylight, the bathroom back here. It looks to me like this might be loose, so if I don't know. That vent sealant is cracking. It looks like they used the wrong screws to hold it down, so I'm a little concerned about that. We'll have to make sure that there's no damage there, and I can kind of see scrape marks there, so I imagine this vent's been replaced at some point from its original in 2009. This is the original Coleman AC. They have long discontinued these. Those always like to get stripped out. It's not loose. The slide out topper looks like it's original. The fabric, I don't know, maybe it's not original. This is a little bit stronger material than I would have expected. Nah, it's got to be original. Never mind. All right, so look at the top of the slide out room here. Not sure what that track is on the top. Gonna guess that's to fix a crack or something, maybe a seam. Huh. Yeah, maybe it's a seam. That's a metal roof. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but we do have a big crack right there on the sidewall. Otherwise, besides being pretty dirty and the paint checking a little bit and chipping, the sealant looks okay. I can't believe how well those slide out toppers have held up. The ones that pop up, they discontinued that design for a while because they were problematic. But I do like the design of it because it keeps the water from pooling. Alright, if we take a look at the top of this slide out room, it looks like there's a seam way up there, but this feels like it's all metal. I don't know that I've never noticed that before on a Veranda. You can kind of see how they pop up there in the middle. There's a lot of geometry and a lot of things going on to make that happen. And all it takes is one of those pieces to bind up, and the whole thing keeps the slide out from closing, and also then it breaks. And while this fabric is getting close to the end of its life, it's still intact. Looks nice. I don't know why the manufacturers went away from making nice slide out rooms like that. Alright, the sewer vent looks good. Looks like we're cracking around here again. And definitely have a lot of checking on the radius because this is fiberglass. It is normal for fiberglass to check in the sun. Get the slide out room here. Okay, so yeah, I guess those seams are normal. I just never noticed them before. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Alright, now this does not have the square windows on it, which means that these are less prone to leaking compared to the square frames. Alright, the TV antenna. This would have been the original Braun power one that the head is broken on, and they changed it out to a king control. I guess if it works, it works. Somebody put a lot of effort into this bracket right there too. That looks handmade. Got our second Coleman heat pump, looking okay. Another sewer vent. More checking, more peeling of the paint. It looks like satellite wiring. That's no longer there. This is do some touch up here again too. I don't know if they had the latch. Maybe they had the latches in 2009. Here we are up to the front AC, and then we got another loose bracket there. Alright, now if you follow that cable up to here, like I said, there's no satellite dish here anymore. So they cut off the king control. It was probably there. Not king control, but the KVH. Because on this one, alright, this is probably going to be a little bit different one than I'm used to. The entertainment centers are going to be back over there. That'll bring us up to the front cap. We'll walk it real fast to make sure it's not loose. We'll notice that all the clearance light lenses are cracked and broken. The paint's peeling. Overall, this roof is pretty rough. It needs to be cleaned. I don't know if you can see how white that is or how white my knees are. It's oxidized pretty well. Could use a good painting or coating. Definitely waxed. Difficult to accept that 2009 was 15 years ago. So it does have some wear on it. There are some things that I noticed that I will notate in my inspection that I'm doing for a potential buyer, but other than that, it's a serviceable roof. Feels very solid. I didn't see any huge causes of alarm yet. All right, guys, I think I've seen everything up here I needed to see. I'm gonna get back out down off the roof, continue my inspection, and then I'll do my best to share the inside with you very quickly. Alright, I'm done with the inspection. Before we go inside and I show you this pretty well redesigned and customized 2009 Veranda, I think you guys want to take a look at the engine. I also wanted to show you the tail lights on this. They cut them through the rear cap. I don't know that I've seen another country coach with that. Now this country coach is an 09. Now this Veranda was made in 2008, but it is a 2009. Looks like it has a Cummins ISL on it, and we have about 42,000 miles on the dash is what it says. And while all that's very interesting, what I want to show you is the Veranda and the interior, because like I said, this is fairly customized at this point. Now the first thing I will say is remember, this was a private inspection. There are definitely some problems with this 15-year-old motorhome, but I hope we all have kindness for the current owner, because they enjoy it. What I thought was strange though too while I'm here, there's only 3 sets of valves and there's 4 slides, including the Veranda. The bedroom slide was electric slide on this one. It's not very common to see. And what I want to show you is right here, the Veranda itself. Even though the Veranda is a very uncommon feature and extraordinary, instead of being a slide out that comes out, it's a slide out that opens up. We've covered Verandas a few times on the channel, but right here, you may not appreciate it, but this is all stainless steel. I have it from the current owner, that the original owner that bought this did a $30,000 upgrade at Country Coach when this was built in 2008 to get rid of the normal steel that was in here, which you might see underneath right there, and upgrade the entire framing of the patio itself to stainless steel. And this is the first one I've ever seen that had stainless steel on it. And I'm really kind of surprised that Country Coach didn't decide to go stainless steel on it, because there's a lot of verandas out there now where this underlayment subfloor is all crunchy from the metal corroding, and along with the sidewall material coming loose because the steel it was attached to is all rusted. So here is a veranda deck that did not have the stainless steel framing on it. You can see it's just standard steel, and you can see it had some issues with water getting trapped in it, which is why I think the original owner decided they wanted stainless steel on the outside of it to be made. This got replaced a few years ago, so it's been in the weather, and all these cuts were done so the painter could actually get some samples of the paint to match up. It's a pretty rare thing to find the deck of a veranda just sitting against the wall right there, but hopefully it makes more sense when you look at the stainless steel on the outside of the one I showed you compared to this one. But I am still very excited to share this with you guys. The first thing you might notice is that there's no screen door on the entry door anymore. So they've actually changed out the interior panel, which isn't too uncommon to have problems on a Country Coach. And they went with the wood with the fabric with swirls on it down there. I don't know. It's an interesting choice they went with. Now the current owners are very reluctant sellers, and I can definitely understand why. There's a lot of wide open floor space here in this veranda. But before we start the quick little tour right here, I think we should get the elephant in the room. The previous owners that they picked this up from in Florida did a huge renovation on it, starting most notably with the wood. Now this is all still the original cabinetry. It was cherry wood originally, and they did a stained varnish finish to it. So if you open it on the other side, you can see the original color of the doors. And so they did a tinted lacquer is almost what you call it. I've done that on cabinetry before too, and that's an awful lot of work, and it did update it quite a bit. They did the interior walls and finishes throughout the entire RV like that too. Yes, this shade is broken, but I can't even imagine the amount of effort it took to refinish the valances that are in here too. So with that out of the way, the passenger seat and the driver's seats are in really good condition. We look down here, we can see it was made in August of 2008. This has the older, I guess, less refined dash on it, but it is a very nice dash still. It is analog. There is no silver leaf on this one. It does have an updated radio. The Weldex side view cameras and rear view cameras still work. And the tile goes all the way to the back, and there is no carpet in this RV. Alright, that's not completely true. Right at the entryway here in the stepwell, there is some carpet, and on the step cover too. But on the driver's side front slide out, this does have a jackknife sofa. I think there was a stain on it, and I would probably replace this sofa in the future if you needed to. I like the ones that turn to a bed anyways. The solid surface Corian countertop does have that color band on it, and they incorporated that pretty well into the floor down below, and I think this matches the new finish that they put on the cabinetry, and I appreciate that they took all this off when they did that. A lot of people, when they paint, they don't take the cabinet doors off, and so there's a unfinished edge where all the cabinet doors would have been. See, they refinished the slide out fascia here. I think this wallpaper has been added, and I think that improved the modern look of it pretty substantially. But as we head back here to the galley area, the backsplash has been updated too. There's slate and glass tile in the backsplash throughout the entire galley here. And this still does have the 3-burner Atwood propane burner on it. I don't know if this is the original. GE profile convection oven microwave. It might be, let's see. Yeah, likely it's the original one, September 2007. And pretty good space here. There's a cool feature. You kick this little paddle down there, and you have a countertop extension. It does lock into place. You'll have to kick it again. And now it's locked into place. Another cool feature right here that I don't think Country Coach put in. This one has a garbage disposal in it. That's what that button right there is for. I only ever really see that feature in a normal motorhome. I don't like it, but it's cool. But on a lot of verandas, the galley is right here, and you can access the galley from both sides of the patio. So this one's a little bit different. The TV, the main TV, is located right here. It is on a swivel, so you can rotate it all the way around to get viewing from different positions in here. We got a trash compactor hidden there, and this is where the entertainment center would be for all the TVs, front, back, and there's one on the outside too. That's pretty nice to have this amount of shade on a patio. Didn't even leave the RV. But of course it still has everybody's favorite feature, which is a TV. That guillotines out over here. For your deck. It's pretty cool. Not usually much of a fan about Transformers, but I gotta give respect to where respect is due. But there it is, veranda, capacity 30,000 pounds. As we head further back, still in the galley slide out here, this does have the Norcal 1200 refrigerator. It does have the recall performed on it. I would still like to see this pulled out and a residential refrigerator put in at this point, if it fits. While across from there, these are slide out pantries, but there is a lock right here. You have to pull the lock pin out. And that'll give you access to the slide out pantries. Now this is gonna be from Country Coach because I have seen this feature before. There is 3-zone heated tile flooring. So there is 110 electric heating for all the flooring, and there are 3 different zones. Looks like it has an auto generator start and an EMS load shed. This is a bath and a half, so right here past this more narrow door, you can see they didn't finish the inside or the bathroom side of this one. We have a Tecma macerating toilet, and that same Korean countertop you saw in the galley with the same backsplash has been upgraded here. It's kind of a dramatic countertop in there, and it does have the 3 mirrored medicine cabinets above. Now as we exit there, before we go through the pocket door to the bedroom, you know what, I need to open this for you guys. I think the previous owner decided that the laundry doors that were here before, they would have been on top of the cabinet face here. And so they went ahead and they changed the whole design of it to give a little bit more room here in the hallway. So they put these recessed handles that you pull out as rings. And then they removed the original Euro style hinges from the doors, trim the doors down so that the doors would sit flush in here too. That is a lot of work just to get about 3/4 of an inch of additional space, but good on them for doing that effort. Of course, as we push past that pocket door, it does have a dressing mirror on that side of it. It is a continuous tile all the way here into the bedroom. The bedroom has its own heated zone with a controller right there. Again, it looks like they updated the wallpaper from likely the wood finish that would have been on it before. And that's a lot of work. They did not restain or refinish the wood cabinetry in here, but they have updated the TV to a new modern TV. In fact, it still has a plastic on it because it hasn't been really used. Now, before we go to the third slide out, which is the electric slide out, this over here is the second hydraulic slide out. Of course, the third one being the veranda. It's not really a slide out because it hinges open. In fact, in years past, it used to be called tip out, so this could technically be called a tip out. The last slide out, which would be the actual third slide out, this one is electric. It's a king size bed, and this is how I knew it was electric, because I got an electric power gear motor right there, and you can see they did manage to get 4-drawer storage underneath there. The last veranda video I did, I kind of pointed out that it had the nicest ceiling package I've ever seen. Normally they just had these lenses right here. It's nice, but it's a little bit bland. And the last generation veranda that I showed you guys had a recessed plenum with a stainless steel insert all the way around. It was done really nice with individual puck lights all the way around it too. But I do like what they did back here in the bedroom with that light. Rather than just stick with that frosted lens, they went ahead and added a translucent wallpaper and gives you a little bit better feeling that you might be outside. The bird might be a giant bird, but that's still pretty interesting, and I like that. But yes, that's easily removable if you needed to. So we're almost done with the quick tour. Like I said when we were on the roof, this does have a rear bathroom, so this is a bath and a half. So as we go past this pocket door here, there is a little bit of a transition step up. On later model verandas, they did that ceiling where they had the raised ceiling like a lot of modern Newmars have, but this doesn't have that feature. This is still has the heated flooring down there. You can see the controls are all hidden right there. It took me forever to find the thermostat hidden way in the back of the coach. But if you look right over here on the driver's side, a decent sized vanity. That same matching tile backsplash, one medicine cabinet above. To the back is going to be the second toilet. It's also a macerating toilet, so that's 2 macerating toilets. 2 great big huge sliding closet mirror doors. There's a crack on that one, I do know about it. I guess that just takes us to the shower, and this is a very large shower. It's huge, in fact, bigger than mine at my house. And again, I'm about 6 foot tall, so if I just step up, I did not hit my head on here. If I step straight out, I will hit my head on that crossbar. But there's a lot of room inside this shower, and it is a seamless fiberglass stall. So no transition from the walls to the pan. I like that more than any of the modern ones, even though the modern ones are pretty with all their beautiful tile work. It's always a concern for me if they are going to leak. And I think that pretty much leads us to my last feature that I don't ever understand on a country coach, is they put a cheap $3 12-volt pop-up trailer ceiling light in their showers on a luxury RV. But that was this 2009 Veranda Country Coach Class A luxury diesel motorhome. I was really happy to share it with you guys. Yeah, there's some issues with it. I will let the potential new buyer know about them, but otherwise it's definitely been well loved, and I can see a lot of the care that's been added to it over the years, and it's a beautiful house. I was happy to share it with you guys. We don't see this floor plan very often. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye. But as much as I want to show you the important thing, as much as I want to show you guys but also it's also hard to, as we push back that pocket door, you can see it does have a dressing. So with this quick tour, we're now going to go to the back. So we're almost done with the quick tour. There is a